Good afternoon, or evening, or whatever time zone you're in, marathon goers. Welcome one, welcome all to the prequel to the hit game, Hollow Knight Silksong. Or otherwise known as Australia Simulator, or otherwise known as just Hollow Knight. Welcome. We are going to do an 80% run of the latest patch with no major glitches today. Should be coming in right under an hour. And with me today, I have a co-host once again. It's Anglhz.
Hello, buddy. I'm back for another one, apparently. I've been doing hundreds of hours of randomizers and multi-worlds leading up to this.
Let's go. So you're a little bit familiar with the game. I'm a little bit familiar with the game. We're gonna start off by talking about the first thing that you should see on the screen here is the game is in traditional Chinese text. This is because this is the only language that actually allows you to mash through text. I don't know why, but they decided to give it to only this version. But yeah, we're gonna be just starting out pretty normally here, and let's go and get rid of this file here. And if you wish to count me another countdown, I'm ready.
Absolutely. You're gonna set off in 3, 2, 1, go. I was tempted of doing the bug sounds, but nah.
Not the mosquito. Oh man. Thank you for the good lucks. Yeah. I am super stoked. You're just starting out here, mashing through the cutscenes, and then dropping into King's Pass. So, what are we doing exactly? Those of you who are familiar with the games, we are going to be collecting the 3 dreamers, and then heading off to beat the final boss. Normally that requires 30 hours of play, a lot of, setup and hunting throughout the kingdom, many items, but we're going to do it with only a little bit.
Yeah, this follows the classic Metro trope of having to run around, unlock the map, explore around, finding the items. So that is why it normally takes that long. But yeah, there are some cool potential tricks that we might see later on.
So coming through here, you're going to see a few things that get used repeatedly. One of the particular movement techniques that is widespread throughout Hollow Knight is the ability for the knight to swing downwards while he's in the air, while it's in the air, sorry, and bounce off of enemies. This is called pogoing. So you're going to see that happen a few times. You saw it happen a few times just coming through King's Pass right there. Say hi and bye to Elderbug. And we're just going to go straight to the wall. So the first thing we are going to do is make our way all the way around here and go to the get Bad Grozer RNG on the way down and head over to the first boss of the game, which is a very exciting and thrilling and fulfilling boss fight, I promise.
But first, are you good with that with an Aspit Arena quick kill?
When I don't get hit 3 times, yeah, usually. There we go.
Let's go.
We've used the falling stalactite, and we hit it with some precise timing to knock it into both of those dudes over there and just get them out of the way, because they are in the way.
Yep.
Saves a good, 8 to 10 seconds. These enemies are having some crazy RNG today. Let's go. They might stop and heal here. I'm gonna grab the branch on the way up, I think.
Marvel luck. Yeah.
All right. we're just going to go ahead and grab this bench. It's going to be inconsequential to the run. Just a quick 3 or 4 seconds out of the way. And we're trying to get a little bit of a cheeky pogo up there, right off the statue, to save a little bit of time. You can also pogo not only off of enemies, but off of background objects, certain background objects, which are going to make... It's very important in this run. It's going to let us skip the double jump entirely later on.
Yeah, the monarch wings.
Oh yeah. Really, the only things we collect in the run are going to be the fireball, the dash, the wall climb, and a 1 charm. That's pretty much it. And then the dreamers.
Yep.
Up here we have our very first boss, the False Knight. Very tough boss.
Yeah, we've scripted fight as well. There is one way to speed it up, and that is that he's knocking down these balls here that you can technically use to damage him if you want to get the actual item from him, but we don't need it.
We don't need it at all. We just want to leave the arena. So as soon as he does his first group of slams there, there's a little bit of structural damage that gets dealt to the gate at the end, and you can just break it open and just leave. You don't want to do the fight.
Yeah. Well, I love the reference about me in the Twitch chat.
And here is our fireball. Oh yeah,
Yes.
sub 5-minute fireball is good.
That is really good timing, yeah. It was barely sub 430 as well, so it was awesome.
Oh yeah. Alright, up here we're just going to try to break this, so we're going to get out faster later. Break these guys, and we're going to go through this little maze that they put us into as a sort of like a fireball tutorial. Or like here, better use this fireball to work your way out of here, but we're just going to try our best to get out of here. Also send enemies upwards, like that.
I can see the use of fireballing in those rooms, but no, we don't want to use up our soul meter.
Alright, we get good Baldur RNG. Wow, excellent Baldur RNG.
That is really good, yeah.
So that enemy has a coin flip of a chance to either send out an enemy, or to shoot a ball of spit. We want him to shoot at the enemies because in this game, hitting enemies gives you like sort of charges for your mana, which is kind of a soul. It's called soul in this game. It's the little white inky stuff you see in the next to my life at the top left there. That's gonna fuel our fireballs. So we definitely want to see him with the enemies.
Yeah, pray for more good RNG here for the boulders.
We do
because
have
we have another one coming up.
Oh yeah, right here. Wow.
Oh, let's go.
Perfect. It's a great RNG day here at Nelson Alex's stream. Let's go, dude. Yummy bug milk.
Yeah. So we have a question here from Seth. So why did you learn Hollow Knight? We come in from Cat Amaha.
Ah, yes. Why did I learn Hollow Knight? Well, you know, I've been playing randomizers for like 5 years. Hollow Knight is another randomizer that I do play. And I was looking for just a traditional speedrun to actually pick up. Because I've never done it. This is my one and only traditional speedrun that I do. Just quickly here, I'm just gonna take a second to try to get that trick. That's all right. We're gonna get a little bit of a backup. You cast a fireball in the air, you stall out a little bit. But we have a little bit of a backup pogo from emotional support Eric, which is not supporting me emotionally today.
He was a little bit far down there.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, I really just wanted to pick up a traditional speed run, and I figured I might as well do it in a game that I have like 800 hours in already. Because I just love this game so much. That is not going to break it, so we're just going to go ahead and go for the backup. Yeah. So these little stalls in the air, they're known as fireball skips. I did not get the first or second one, but we get the backup pogos in either case, so we're okay.
Yeah.
Next up, we're going to have a Moss Knight fight. We're going to try to manipulate him by positioning ourselves particularly such that I can save a fireball. Unfortunately, he jumped back a little bit too late to get double hit by the fireball. If he travels along with the fireball, he can get hit twice by it and save me some soul, but fortunately, he was just a little bit too late.
Unfortunate.
Next up is the Vengefly King, another fight that we're just going to hopefully do quickly. Got a little bit of a visual setup here. And I missed the first fireball. So unfortunate, we're just going to get 2 and 3.
The main reason for this is for the EO.
Yeah, you want to
We want the EO for stuff.
For some money, because Geo is important in this run, and we need a lot of it for later.
Yep. One of the things is the charm he mentioned earlier that we need to pick up. Yeah, the charms are also going to be used for the different train stations that we're going to unlock, or the stag stations as they are called.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna head into our first real boss fight here. I'm saying real because this time we're actually gonna complete the boss fight.
We're just going to bully Hornet a little bit here. If you hit Hornet 6 times, she gets staggered. I'm going to lose this fight. Not really, though. Okay, we're going to take it a little bit more carefully. Oh, what?
Ooh,
that was supposed to be a pogo there, but hey, that's why we have 9 minutes of time. Save. Hey, we get to try fireball skips again. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, let's get a little bit more relaxed here. Shake off the nerves a little bit. Fortunately, this is not as practiced as my OOT is. I have not had 5 years to polish this run, so I'm working on it.
Yeah, the game has only been out for soon 8 years.
Soon 8 years, yeah, my god.
Are you guys feeling old yet?
That is absolutely crazy. It is crazy that I actually did play this right near launch. Like, content was still coming out for it whenever I first played it. All right, we get to try its bonus fireball skip there. We did not get it. That's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
okay, so apparently we have a little bird here that is whispering. Every time you die, Silsong gets delayed by a month.
Oh my god. No, this can't be happening. No!
Okay, chat, see it as this. Considering that we died to Hornet, and Hornet is the main character of the next game, we're just making sure Hornet is prepared, you guys.
Yes.
We are making sure that all the kings with Hornet are nailed out.
That's all it is. She's got to be at the top of her game. Literally. Right. Fireball is not my friend today. That's okay. Eric, come over here. It's only about 8 seconds of loss each time we use Eric. It's not too bad.
Yeah, not bad. Okay, that mosh charger was not nice either.
Yeah, I swung at it a little bit too late, so it was a little bit too close to me whenever I started upswinging. Mostly just getting it to any enemies that I hit on the way are just for soul purposes. Otherwise, I want to ignore the enemies. Or soul purposes or for pogoing off of. Okay, we get to do this little routine again. Get to ignore this guy this time. The gate is already open after you kill him once.
And we can save our fireballs for Hornet this time.
Yes. We have enough health and fireballs going into the fight. We're okay.
As you guys have probably realized if you are not too knowledgeable about the game, if you die, you lose all the geo. It is still gonna be at your body, so you need to collect it before you die again. But the other thing is also you're gonna have a lower soul pool, so he will not be able to do as many fireballs until he have killed the shade that is left on his body.
That's right. And dying with that shade is useful, and you will use that shade later on in the run. You will die. You will have a purposeful day. So next time you see me die, hopefully it's the next time you see me die, and the only other time you see me die. It'll be it won't be worth panicking over. There we go.
Yeah,
All right.
he had some horrible RG on Hornet this time around.
She was throwing out moves and patterns like I have never seen. All right. Again, spicy. They patched the game and then gave her a new moveset.
Apparently so. But it sounds like we weren't the only one prepping her.
Shaw! Shaw was ready.
Yeah. Yeah, at least we got the morph cloak so that we can dash.
Yes. Now with Moth and Cloak, we have our dash available to us, and we go towards the Mantis Claw next. We're just going to go ahead and skip a ton of game to get to it. It's going to be great.
Yep. For you guys wondering, there was a hard save there to make sure so that the cloak gets saved. So, and because we exit, we go to our last save spot as well. So that's why we're back here and not still in the with Hornet.
But now some fun movement. We get to descend quickly through this area, stopping on ledges to avoid hard falling every time. If you fall too far, the knight will stop on the ground and not take fall damage, but get stuck for a second or two. So we want to avoid that if we can, because it is slow.
Yep.
Just making sure we strike enough enemies on the way here. We're going to need a full bout of soul to do an explosion pogo coming up, which is going to skip a good 40-ish seconds of routing around Mantis Village. And we're just going to skip straight into it.
Yep. I'm trying to think if there is an enemy that actually sounded like woohooing and stuff like that. Because we had a question about that.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think the closest thing would have been those mushrooms that I just fought, the Owen Wilson mushrooms. And we did not get it. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the E-Pogo did not help us that time around.
Nope. I needed to fireball thrice in the air. I only got twice. My third input was a little bit too early, unfortunately. So there's no input buffering in Hollow Knight. So if I put in input too early, it's just gone forever. So I do have to be very careful about how I put them in. But that's okay. We're still gonna get to do a Mantis Pogo here. We're gonna use enemies to our advantage to take a little damage, and to our advantage to bounce off of and get up to this platform a little bit early. They are being unfriendly today. Goodness gracious. All right.
They're getting stuck on everything this time around.
All right, we're gonna go to our backup friend here. Here we go. Backups on backups on backups, fortunately.
Yeah.
Escape
we have the Mantis Claw.
And there's our Mantis Claw. Easy as that. You can just get it like that. All right. Now with the combination of the dash... Yeah, go ahead.
You just have to irritate some flying bugs and you can get it.
Oh yeah, dude. And now with the combination of dash and claw, we get to do the biggest sequence skip that we're going to be doing. Well, second biggest sequence skip that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a skip into Blue Lake via the Shade skip. First, more soul routing. Yeah, I'm super glad to get a chance to play this. It's such a fun game, honestly. And it may be considered a Souls-like, but it's not like as hard as Dark Souls for those of you who are like wondering how hard this game is. It's definitely easier than any of the actual Souls games.
Yeah, the only thing we have in comparison to the Souls games is that we are using the name Soul of our magic bar.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, we get 6 hits of soul off of these guys, and we go fight the next mini-boss, Gruzmother. 3 strikes, 3 fireballs, then 6 normal hits, and she's down. Those 6 normal hits are going to give us back 2 casts of fireball, which we're going to use to destroy the little babies that pop out of her right here.
Let's hope for good scared.
Completely bad RNG. That's okay. We got good balders, so you know it balances out.
Yeah. Now we only need to find a balancing for Hornet.
I think I'm missing some geo. It's 220. I think. Is it 220 or 250? Hold on. It's 220. Okay. 250 is the last tram stack station. That's what it is.
Yeah. So that is the Shaman Stone. Shaman Stone is used to buffing our spell damage, aka our Vengeful Spirits, or Fireball as we have been calling them.
Yes. And now we're going to start to take purposeful damage here. I'm going to open the inventory screen while I'm taking damage. That's going to stop me from getting knocked back. So it's just going to keep me moving forward while I take the damage. And here we're going to die on purpose, right next to this guy, to summon a shade to this area, and we're going to do a shade skip. Get 1 hit off because it takes 2. Alright, that's bad shade RNG. And bounce off of him, use the claw to get our way up to Blue Lake.
Or you didn't even attempt walking storage.
No, that is actually one of the things that is not in the latest patch version. They removed walk-in storage, and that's one of the reasons why I'm not running latest previous patch. It's because it is, as soon as you get the Mantis Claw, it becomes an insanely super optimized movement. You're just constantly doing this walking storage trick the entire rest of the run, and it is not easy. And for my first traditional speedrun, I was, wanted to sell something a little bit more friendly.
Essentially, to explain to everyone, you're basically storing the wall climb, so you can sort of using it over and over again to get massive amount of speed.
Yeah, you're basically flying over the land at like dash speeds constantly without you actually using the dash. It's really fast.
Yeah, it also sounds amazing.
Here we have some dreamy platforming. Woo! And at the end of this, we're gonna have actually a very fun little trick. One of the minor glitches. We're gonna have a seer skip. So we're going to use the cutscene or the scene change, and to try to actually escape the seer's room before we fade in. And if we do it correctly, if we manage to escape in time, you're gonna see the knight do something a little bit weird. It's gonna look a little bit funny. And we got it. Nice.
Let's go.
So Knight's just on the ground, and he falls at immense speeds, and then he gets up. So while you are falling, if you are doing anything other than just normally standing while you are falling, you fall at immense speeds. So we could use that a few ways with cutscenes like that, with the inventory, and also with the dream nail, which is what we just got. Is going to be required. So is a required item to break into the dreamers and take them home. And by take them home, I mean kill them.
Isn't that taking them out back?
Taking them out back like all the other.
I'm heading off here to get a relic, to get some more geo, basically.
Yeah, these relics are going to be sold at a shop later on. for a nice, good, pricey amount of geo. Also gonna go ahead and get a safety bench here, just in case. We're on full health here. I should not die to anything. It's not that risky of a split. But if you do die on this split, the run is basically over because you'll lose any geo that you've accumulated. Your shade is going to be basically empty on geo because you have to use it again to skip into Blue Lake again. But we're going to stop off and get more geo here.
From the Golden Husk.
The Golden Husk that drops the funny number of geo. Drops 420 geo. And you can see him.
Markars is trying to take the double hits here as well.
Exactly. Bouncing him over my head. And then using the combined Shaman Stone increases the size of the fireball as well as makes it do more damage. So it's more likely to get double hits on enemies. Here we have
here we're gonna see the moth wing skip here with the boosting up and being able to grab that left here to get up.
Just a background pogo right there to do it. And then climb over these guys. And there we go. That's how you skip Monarch Wings.
Yep. There's also a trick that would have been used here if this was not latest patch, where you can hit the levers through walls. However, that is patched, so we are gonna have to go through these little gauntlets. Yeah, these guys have so much health early on.
Whoa there, buddy. There we go. A bit of a tricky. Sometimes I get a chance to manipulate him perfectly, and then other times he just does not pay attention to me whatsoever.
Yeah.
There we go. Thanks, buddy. Alright, I'm just going to go up here. I'm going to go back to the bench for safety. A bit of health recovery, and then we're going to go straight into the Watcher Knight fight. Hardest part of the speed run is going to be any of the remaining boss fights. Honestly, between this, the Watcher Knight, Umu has, good solid strategies for Umu, and then the Hollow Knight itself is also a very difficult fight.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, this game actually has some bosses that are really hard to manipulate.
Oh yeah. One of the unfortunate things about the latest patch is that the Watcher Knights here have an extra move in their moveset, so that makes them a little bit less predictable. So this is even harder than the older patch to do this fight. But here we go.
This is one of the end-game bosses, by the way, everybody.
Yep. If I position myself correctly, I can actually get fireballs to hit them twice. Second one is already active, unfortunately. Now I have to watch what both of them are doing constantly. There we go. That's one down. Now, I do want to try to position myself such that the fireballs are always going to hit both active watchers, just so I have the best output possible. There we go. That was 3 total hits.
Double hits there.
2 hits on one and 1 on another. That's the kind of stuff that I want to see going forward here. See, that back roll is the new. Wow. Okay, that was tight.
That was so close.
Yeah, I am not in a hurry to do this fight. I'm going to take myself some very safe strats here and look for the opportunities best as I can.
Yeah, this boss is very good at punishing you if you are jumping in the air too much.
Oh yeah.
So Markars is trying to stay to the ground as much as possible and only jumping when he has to.
All right, that's another. And another. Take a chance to heal here. 2
And these are the
remaining.
last two.
It's all right. Ouch. Too high, Dan. That would have been 3 hits. Unfortunate.
Yeah, it would have.
And bam!
over
What a
in time.
finish!
Let's go.
Love that. God, that is a satisfying finish, gotta say. And ideal. Honestly, you wanna try to manage their. If you're like a super high level runner of this game, you try to manage their health so that they die at the same time, like that. It is super tough. But
Yeah, so I'm gonna answer another question that we had in the chat here. Here in a common misconception. Is it true that the bosses are weaker if you do not upgrade your needle, aka your nail? That not these type of bosses. It is the ones that is connected to upgrading your dream nail. Those
right.
bosses gets more health with you upgrading your nail. Not these ones.
yeah, specifically the Dream Warrior bosses. There's 7 of them scattered around. You need to talk to them to initiate the fight, kind of thing. We don't see any of them in the run at all. We don't use any of the essence that they drop. We just go straight to the end as fast as possible. And there's our first of 3 Dreamers. And our first of 3 big bosses that we're going to fight. Done and out of the way. I have to remember to pick up the Geo on the way down, because I have forgotten to do that. And it's unfortunate.
Yep. Very unfortunate.
I'm trying to do a cheeky little skip here. I'm trying to walk off the elevator and open up the inventory such that... Oh, I missed it. Okay, well, if I open up the inventory while the elevator pushes me off of it, I can fall down with great speed, kind of like I did in the Seer skip.
Yeah. Also known as an inventory drop.
Yes, exactly. In the previous patches, you could just do it anywhere. They patched it such that you can only do it while you're standing on ground. But you can sort of manipulate it so that if you're walking off the ledge, you can kind of you can get it on the last frame as you're walking off the ledge. It's a 50 FPS trick, so 1 in 50. Frame perfect to get it as you're walking off the ledge. You can also do it by not only using the inventory, but also activating the Dream Nail, which is called a Dream Nail drop. I'm trying to get 3 hits of soul here on the way down. 3. Perfect.
We are very creative with names here in the Hollow Knight community.
Alright, say it if you know it, chat. Helmet Dulker.
The Dolker.
It's our boy Lamb. He's going to be buying our relics from us as soon as we collect our last one. Right up here.
Yep, the rafter one.
So we're going to try to go for a cheeky little rafter skip. Again, the creative name's coming out. Use this guy to hit, bounce, and there we go.
Let's go.
A little bit messy, but we got it. We'll take it.
Yeah. We did it, chat.
This guy needs to buzz off. Hee hee. Slap that lever to open the door and sell our items. Tell me Archrid. That's a mood. That's a mood, Lamb. That's a mood. Tell me Archrid to you too, buddy. And there we go. We're gonna need this Geo to buy the lantern back in Dirtmouth. One of the things people always say, they call the starting town Dirtmouth, but I always took it like it was supposed to be pronounced Dirtmouth. Like, you know how, I don't know, it's somewhere in the States, I forget where exactly, they have like Dartmouth, like Dartmouth College or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So I always took it as that. And I always thought it would be, it was, you know, cool because it sounds more like an actual, like, real place, right? Just one of my little headcanon things.
Isn't Tim Sherry around from there as well?
Team Cherry is from Australia, which is why they made a game about giant bugs.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that thing.
Here we're gonna have a bit of a double look down to skip the animations for the bell to summon. Then we're going to fireball the bell to summon the stag. Pop in and out, so we skip the animation of him arriving to the station. You should download the game again? Absolutely, you should. This game is great. The DLCs, they have a lot of challenge content, so if you're like a fan of challenge content, just play this game all the way through to the end and do the DLCs. They're fantastic, and they're all free. They're expansions, they're not really DLCs. DLCs, it has like a paid connotation, you know?
Yeah.
But they're just like, they're essentially just expansions.
Blizzard would like to have a talk with you.
Oh no.
Oh no, the emote
no.
is back. The emote is back.
Oh no. Ah, the emote is back. Alright, here's the hardest room in the game. These Vengeflies can be very annoying. Okay, 2 hits is not the best, but we'll take it. We're just gonna heal here while the toll gate is going. And then we have the biggest movement section of the game. This is the part of the game that I like to call the meat and the potatoes. We're in the meat, and the potatoes is going to be the Umu split. But this is the biggest movement split, and it's super fun to get. Pogo off of that little lantern. Just get your way up here. That guy's out of the way, perfect. This guy's gonna be a bit of a problem. We have a section coming up that's going to look really cool if I do it properly, which I should. Honestly, this whole section is just really cool to watch.
Yeah, it is in this sector you can really tell how experienced a runner is in this game.
Whoop. All right, so that room is pretty damn good. I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
You missed that laser, unfortunately. You're really fast. You can get in front of that laser, but that's okay. I'm on 2 hits of soul. That's okay. I can get a 3rd one on the way down for a little bit of a cheeky extra skip. Or like it saves like 2 seconds. But we'll take the side test where we can. I'm trying to do a Dream Nail drop here. And we get it. Whee! There we go.
At least you got to show it off.
Yeah, at least once, yeah. And there was where we use our soul, and coming up here is a nice little platforming section. Just gotta focus in. And there we go. Bingo, bango, crystal heart time.
Yep. So Crystal Heart's really good movement ability as well for long distances.
Oh yeah.
Gonna answer another question here in the set. Is 100% including all DLC, or is it just the base game? So how that is made when it comes to speedrun is 100% is the base game. If you are including the DLCs, you're talking about that particular ending and then 100%. So God ending 100%, for example.
So yeah, so the full 100% category, including DLCs, is 112%.
Yeah.
Right, some good falling.
So we are immediately going to use Crystal Dash here to get to another late game area where you would technically need another item, which is known as
Yzma's Tear.
Yzma's Tear, yeah.
To swim in the acid, but we're gonna just dive out here, cling to the wall, and with just enough space above the water, you can Crystal Dash to the other side. Whoops. Whoa, I lost vision of the knight for a second. There we go. Okay, we're good. Okay, one hit on the way down is also not bad.
So we have another fight here where it's going to be heavily dependent on what the boss decides to do.
Yeah, this is the biggest RNG fight in the entire game, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
Umu, if you want to start explaining Umu, it take a little bit of a while to explain.
Yeah. Essentially, it has a few different attacks. We want, and you can use a different amount of attacks as well between each damage phase. We want it to be, the damage phases to be as close as possible. That is the easiest way to explain it.
Yeah, there's a fast attack and a slow attack. We want to see 2 fast attacks and 1 slow attack. That's the best pattern. And we get a slow one to start. Yep. Unfortunate.
We want to hear as many kazas as possible here.
Yeah, so we're going to summon our friend Coral, help us fight this giant balloon. Gonna jump here to manipulate Umu's position. Very nice first cycle, okay.
Yeah, that was good.
Umu's being a little bit friendly today, I like it. Okay, take 1 hit there is fine. A little bit down. Okay, he's got like one or 2 hits left. That's okay. We're just gonna have to buy time for the last phase, unfortunately. Ah, I missed the soul strike.
Ooh.
No way! You have that much health left? That's not good.
Yeah. If you didn't take that base damage here, you would have gotten him. Ooh. Be careful. We don't want to die now.
And we're getting an extra attack here. It's okay. I'm gonna go to the center platform. Fireball should kill him. There we go. Kasa!
Kasa!
Thank you, Quirrell! You're goated. I love you.
We're not done with Quarrel yet.
True. Quirrell's got 1 more roll for us to play in this run. In every run. Gotta open up the Dreamer for us, because this one was locked behind the seal. Alright, so there's the meat and potatoes of the run. Now we're off to the end game.
Yep. There's only 1 boss left. The last Dreamer is not protected by a boss, but a sort of gauntlet instead.
Oh yeah, a gauntlet of not so friendly enemies.
Yeah. Do you thought the boulders we had earlier is bad? Well, wait until you see these guys.
Oh yeah. End game already? Yeah, we have like, I think it's like 4 splits left in the, out of like the 13. So yeah, we're going towards the end of the game now. Just Hair of the Beast. Going to the best area in the game, everybody's favorite area in the game. It's Deep Nest. You guessed it.
Let's go.
Actually though, Deep Nest is an amazingly designed area of the game.
It is.
It does its job so well, which is why I say it's the worst area in the game, and it's perfect.
Yeah. I think it is 3rd place on my top 10 area.
Oh yeah. I don't even know what would be my favorite area in this game. I mean, Green Path is just a gimme, you know. Green Path is
Yeah.
like everybody's favorite. That music is just so good.
It is.
Right, try to snag some salt on the way down here. These little...
I honestly like this area just because the music is so good here as well.
Yeah, it's like a little muffled version of of Green Path music actually.
Yeah.
It's really good. I think we don't get to see it at all in this run. I think Soul Sanctum might be my favorite area.
Yeah, Soul Sanctum is good.
God, again, it's that music. It does it for me, man. But every piece of music in this game is fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
They really knocked it out of the park. If you're talking about music, there's one game that I'm looking forward to when we're talking about that, and that is the game that is being worked on, which is called Billy Bust Up. It has such good music in it.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
It is one of those games where the boss fight is a song.
Oh, like Drakengard 3? Oh my god.
Yeah. and they were able to hit their stretch score, so we're getting orchestra versions of the songs.
Oh wow, that sounds really cool. Damn.
Yeah.
Ah, I didn't beat him today. Damn. Oh, okay, we're taking two, huh? You can, if you're really fast, you can just beat that that Garpede. Try one more inventory drop here, or female drop, and we get it. Whee!
Let's go.
Bring it for the safety bench, just in case. Small hope for White Palace Showcase. I unfortunately don't know any other like speedrun strats or anything for this game. I do know randomizers. I'm gonna have some extra time now. I found a list of randomizer skips that's like 200 items long. Whoa.
Yeah.
They just have it all in one document, like all of the skips that you can do that's like good for a randomizer. I might honestly like put that in for next year or something.
Yeah, do that.
So I started playing this randomizer way before I speedran it.
I would be down for doing some sort of like entrance rando or area rando, that sort of stuff.
Oh man.
Last year, do a co-op of that.
Oh, that'd be interesting. As a co-op.
Yeah.
Oh wow. That'd be really interesting.
Yeah.
I've yet to actually touch entrance random on this, but I've done most of the other stuff. You can randomize some pretty wacky things in this game. You can randomize the directions that you can swing your nails, so you can start with only downswing. You can randomize the ability to swim. You can randomize the ability to take elevators. A whole bunch of stuff. It's really cool.
Split morph cloak or split wall climbs.
Yeah, so the Mantis Claw becomes 2 items. The dash becomes 2 items left and right each.
And then we have the ones that is just obscure. We like taking, for example, the grass rando, where every grass that you can hit down is a check.
Yeah, and there's like 3,000 pieces of grass in this game, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, so coming here, I'm just going to grab some extra soul and start this area on full health. Oh. It's because there's a bit of a it's a bit of a scary area to do if you're at less than full.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start
So
by
these are the enemies that are bad.
Wow, okay, I messed that up tremendously. Okay, we're gonna start.
Yeah, that was rough.
That was really bad. All right, so we're gonna just heal off these guys. We're gonna take a second here to heal off these guys. And one more swing will do it. Luckily we get them paired up like this. Get some extra soul out of it. Okay. So I'm gonna get a chance to show what I meant to do there again later on. Because it does not look anything like that.
Yeah.
And here's the worst spider in the game. We call him Penis Parker.
Yep.
You're also going to get to see a Penis Parker in the next run as well. And here's the one grub that we free in the run. Because if you don't free him, you're a monster. I actually need an extra bit of soul. There we go. Okay. Try number 2. There we go. That is a devout, it's called devout skip. You're not technically skipping him, but it's, you're shortening the fight by like 80%, so it's more or less a skip. And here's our last streamer.
Yeah, the Saints are now broken. We can go and defeat the last boss.
Yes, that is correct. Free Angels back in the bubble with you. I forget what that grub is called. Holiday Community has names for every single grub in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know what that one specifically is called. I should learn its name. But yeah, all 46 grubs have names that the community gave them.
Yeah, or if you don't want to do that and embrace the God Gamer Academy, you can do that.
Oh, of course. Yes, the God Gamer Academy. Alright, so we don't have enough for a fireball here, but we are going to do a crystal dash through the bell to save some time.
Yeah, we are talking about another streamer, basically.
Streamer who has held the world record many times. He's earned it and fought back for it many times. He's just about retired now, isn't he? Which is why he's an academy. It's an academy now. He's the professor.
Yeah, he's busy with manhunts. Oh,
right. Yes, he has a lot of great content. Yeah, for sure. Holiday content creators are a lot of fun to watch on YouTube. Honestly, if you're a fan of this game at all, like honestly, look up like Fireborn, look up Scurry, look up Blue SR. Those are like the three that just come off the top of my head right now.
Yeah. As you said, Fireborn doing a lot of manhunt hunt stuff. The sort of thing that you would see on Dream Channel, but in Hollow Knight instead. The Blue is doing a lot of speedrunning videos about speedrunning, and we have Scurry, which does a lot of randomizer content.
Oh yeah, a little bit for everybody. All right, we break our chains, 4 hits apiece, and go into the final boss fight. You don't need to hit the bench on the way in; it actually automatically puts it there. But I'm going to lock in now. This is not easy.
It is not. He has multiple of different patterns that he can use for his attacks, and he needs to react to all of them.
I am going to take every safety heal that I can here if I'm missing health at all.
That's fair. That is a parry. We don't want to attack him during those. And we love these attacks because you can get a lot of hits in while he's doing them.
Bro, stop parrying.
Then we have the down slams.
And we're into phase 3. Every stream is an additional phase. He starts stabbing himself. While he's doing that, he only takes 1 damage from each swing, and he gets him a lot of new moves.
Yeah.
Wow, right in my face? That's rude. Oh, this attack is great for getting a damage here.
Yeah.
I didn't get screen skipped. Unfortunate.
Oh, yeah.
And there we go. He's down.
There we are. You only need to drain the soul and then we are done.
Gimme, gimme, gimme! Oh, the music. Chainsaw destroying. Eat everything. He explodes. The world turns orange. The bitrate goes crazy. And... time.
Congratulations.
Alrighty. Here we go. And there is Hollow Knight. 80% latest patch. No major glitches in 53 minutes. A little bit slower than my PB, which is like 48, but we'll take it. We'll take it, we'll take it. Hope you guys enjoyed the run, enjoyed the game, and you know I'll be playing Silksong when it comes out this year! Maybe, probably, definitely, maybe. Definitely maybe. Definitely maybe.
Yep.
Yeah,
Me too.
Definitely maybe.
I would honestly be up for doing something like a 2-week challenge when the game comes out. We just go up against each other after that.
Oh my god. Just learn
that's gonna
speedrun
be
the
some
game
amazing
off the
content.
bat? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, I may.
That would be some amazing content.
We'll see how it plays. We'll see. I may want to. All right. Well, that is going to be doing it for me again. Thank you, Alex, for putting everything together. Thank you, chat, for being amazing and beautiful. That's it for me on the big screen. I'm going to be joining the couch in the very next run. Got first doing Super Mario 64 70 star. So yeah, I'll be back. Angels would like to sign off here, say a few couple words.
A couple words.
Yes. Oh,
You didn't get it. Damn it.
it took me a second. I was like, I was
See you
like, I went
guys.
for my tea. That's it. All right. Bye, everybody.